Good people, it's your boy Laws OSS 980 Other Side of Sports. We here. We got to talk about this, though. We got to talk about people scared to say it. I don't know. Some of these podcasters and stuff, they got relationships and stuff. They trying to keep intact and stuff. We not doing none of that here, dog. It is time to have the conversation. Matter of fact, we passed the conversation. It's time for the Washington Wizards to trade back Bradley Beal. And they need to do it in this draft. This draft has talent. We keep trying to push off the rebuild and say this, and that. We got lucky a little bit, get Kuzma and some of the trades that happened where it gave fan base a little bit of hope. We could just build something if we just get these right. Fool's gold. Bradley is he's the most valuable piece that the Washington Wizards have right now on this team, and they need to use that piece. The only viable option I really see for the Washington Wizards right now is this a trade rumor that the Sacramento Kings could be looking to give up that number 4 pick. The Orlando Magic, that's going to be out of the question because what they're going to have to do to get that number 1 pick, they're just going to end up giving up too much. And we know that Washington Wizards, history tells us they love to get fleeced. But we're talking about getting a young asset and trying to start a rebuild because that's where we're at. All these people holding on to Bradley Beal and this, we going to be a team. It's done.
It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
It's done. He don't even all the way want to be here. So it's time to move on. And in that process of moving on, I think you have a few options of teams you can try to acquire their pick. Now, the 4th pick is the most, I think, the one that I would go after most likely, because I think when you look at the Sacramento Kings team, they have 2 pieces that I feel like they believe if they got a 3rd piece in Bradley Beal, that then they would be, a viable option, right? In the West. And then they have a new coach, new situation. There's some pressure on them to win. And so I think when you're talking about getting a fair deal, this is probably your best bet at a fair deal at a higher pick, right? So then you would have 2 picks. You would have a pick in number 4. You would have a pick in number 10. I know some of y'all thinking like, you put them picks together and then you try. No, you don't do that, right? You pick at 4 and you hope and pray that the teams that pick up in front of you, either the Orlando Magic, the OK City Thunder, Houston Rockets, one of their GMs botch it and pick Chet Holmgren. You got to pray and hope that one of them 3 teams pick Holmgren and leave you with the rest. That's what you got to hope for. That one of them 3 teams botch it and leave you with the options to pick. Jaden Ivey likely going to be off the board. I'm pretty sure. Jabari Smith probably going to be off the board. You looking at Banchero. If Chet Holmgren goes at 3 or when the top 3, you're going to get one of the guys you want, right? In this draft, there are 3 guys that I think really will have impact at the next level, right? And so when you're talking about what are you doing with the team and how you're going to build the team, like with Bradley Beal as your main piece, dog, I'm sorry to tell y'all fans, but we not winning a chip with Bradley Beal, dog. It's not happening. You can put a piece here, put a piece there. The Bama fragile at times. Is he a cooker? Is he a good scorer? Yes, he's a cooker. He's a great scorer, but he's not an alpha. He's not a superstar. He's a solid player, and this is not a knock to Bradley Beal. I think he's a phenomenal player, but we're not winning a chip. The object of the game, people, is not to just go to the playoffs and win 36 games it's to win a championship. And unfortunately, partially because of how management has put this team and assembled this team together, that's not possible. Now, I know some of the people out there, they're like, well, bro, you telling them they need to do this and do that. You got faith in the regime to be able to make those moves and pick the right players. I don't. I don't, dog. I really don't. I don't have faith in the team to be able to make the right decisions and make the right moves, dog. Drafting, they've been trash. I don't. I'm just saying, if I was the GM right now and I had the team, I'm looking to move Bradley Beal. And I'm talking to every team in the top five. And so one of the trade rumors was, the Kings trading Harrison Barnes, Justin Holiday, Alex Lynn, and the fourth overall pick, and then a 2024 first round pick to the Wizards for Bradley Beal. If you get that deal on the table, you take it. You take that fourth pick and you hopefully get a Banchero. You hopefully. I mean, there's no scenario where I could see Jaden Ivey falling. There's maybe like a 10% chance I could see Jabari Smith, somebody over. But like these guys are like the clear cut players that everybody kind of wants that's sitting at the top. You just have to hope that one of these top 4 teams botch it and get Chet Holmgren at 7 foot, who's going to be some trash. Mark my words. I know y'all not going to forget. Y'all forget everything ESPN tell you and Fox Sports and all these Bama. They say the wildest stuff. What I'm telling you is the Bama's going to be some trash. Now, by chance, let's say you get the 4th pick and you have Chet Holmgren sitting there. I'm telling you, these are the decisions that make or break you. I'm not picking them. I'm not picking Chet Holmgren. I'm going with Shaden Sharp. I might even go with Keegan Murray or Benedict Mathurin before I go with Chet Holmgren. And I mean, it's just the reality of it. Y'all gonna call me crazy. Dude, you don't know what you're talking. What I'm saying is the Washington Wizards up until this point has not had a plan with the team or the roster, right? You need to just embrace a rebuild. Start with getting rid of this piece, Bradley Beal, right? You keep kind of trying to court him and trying to entice him to want to stay. And we got the max money. Dog, it's not happening. You're going to give him the max money and he's not going to want to be here anyway, dog. So while you have a chance to get out, I'm telling you, when people about to go get married, I always tell people, go to marriage counseling. You need to see all the red flags. Bradley Beal has shown us that he's just here for the bag, dog. This year, when they needed him most, Bradley Beal said, you know what, man, I ain't messing with these dudes, dog. We can't win a chip with this team. I'm not about to be out here running all hard, trying to show people I can score. Everybody know I can score. Right now was the time. This draft and the talent that's there is your best bet at changing the trajectory of this team. If you can get a Banchero, I mean, God answered your prayers if you get a Jaden Ivey or my other man that's 6'10". Those are your best bet. You get the 4th overall pick, right? You get a Jabari Smith or a Banchero, right? Let's say everything goes well. Somebody picked Chet Holmgren 1, 2, or 3. You looking at Jabari Smith. Like I said, I think Jaden Ivey gonna go 1. But if he's there, you get him, right? And then you come back and you have your 10th pick and you get another piece to add to that roster that's young. Last year, you got the young talent on the team. You still have Kuzma. You got Porzingis. Those are pieces that you can kind of fit in, right? If you get young talent to like build into this team. I mean, I like Corey Kispert. I like him at the 2. But like ideally, you want a guy and that you can give the green light to and just be like, look, you just gotta go out and score. I don't know what these dudes looking like in the pre-workouts, but if you can get if you can get a Banchero, a Jabari Smith, and then turn around at 10, and I'm saying this is best case scenario. You get a Benedict Mathurin at 10, another scoring guard that you can add to supplement that piece, or you mess around and let's say like a Shaden Sharp falls that low, you get him. Your team is drastically changed. It's drastically changed. That's the best that the Wizards can hope for, dog. Because this little merry-go-round with Bradley Beal and trying to act like you want to court him and build around him, like, yo, it's for the birds. It's for the birds. And nobody wants to say it. No, I mean, I get it, but it's time to move on. It's time to trade Bradley Beal. However you can do it, whatever needs to happen, sign a trade deal, whatever needs to happen, you need to happen. It needs to happen in this year's NBA draft. It's your boy Laws, OSS 980, other side of sports. Go check out the top 10 NBA prospects. We got the video on the NBA prospects. Follow us at OSS 980 on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel. And we got the podcast this week. Man, I'm gonna let Aaron chime in and see what he say. But the Wizards got to do something. Shout out my man Justin Gordon. It's your boy Law signing out. Peace.